So retail data reported the initial first reaction is the downside move in the market. So no trade for now. We're gonna do the pre-market analysis soon. And if you guys have noticed that the reason I stopped out or I lifted my stop on the CL is because of the 8:30 news, and there is a fluctuation, and I don't like to hold during the news. Uh, you know, the news about triggers. We're gonna see what happens. Right now, the market is in the range from 6,100 to small pullback. Started after 11 o'clock tomorrow and continues all the way to the Asia session. Right now, we are really close to 60,062, which is the more or less uh, the price action what we were yesterday pre-market. So market didn't move that much. Market gave it back all the morning Waldemar. Right. I tried yesterday and this morning trying to trade crude oil futures for the first. Yeah, I mean it's so slow. It's so extremely slow. And I just closed it. I was in the trade. I was sharing a live, but I just closed it before the news of 8:30. I'm glad I stopped on the break even. It's a pullback after that. But yeah, but it's not like it's really slow. Yeah, it's not like it. But it's fun because see, and if it's good, if it's in the momentum, you can take it. Just like if you look at it yesterday, yesterday it moved $4 or $5, right? So you only need to trade on those days because for CL, 1 point is equal to $1,000. So then, when there is a more volatility in the oil, crude oil, and it's just fastly moving up or fastly coming down, then assume that you get $2, $3 with only one contract. You know, you can get it just each contract $1,000, uh, and it moves only it moves slowly unless there is a lot of volatility. Otherwise, it moves so slowly. So even if you look at the 30-minute candles, it's not too big. Uh, but yes, but if you are on the right side of the momentum, you really. So yesterday night when I was trading it, it was breaking out. So I took the trade and immediately it moved for five, 20, 30 cents. So 30 cents means that almost $300, like that. So, but today it just moved a little bit, but then pulled back. So I stopped on the break even. I mean, same. So I didn't change any strategy. It's just the instrument. And because we know the crude oil is volatile, uh, given given the geopolitical conditions, so I'm more interested if it start breaking out 72, 74, crossing 100, then we're gonna get the real momentum because then it's going to move two, three, $4, in quick minutes. That's the way. That's the day we need to trade those when it's moving very aggressively. Yeah. So anyway, so right now we are again in the middle of the. I'm not really excited to see today's price action. So yesterday we had a really nice momentum day, uh, and then we gave it back all after 11 o'clock. And it's not like aggressive selling; it's just like very controlled, slow grinding down. Uh, so let me share my screen here. If I share my screen, just give me 1 second. All right, let's do the pre-market analysis. We'll start the pre-market analysis. Welcome guys on the YouTube as well as on X and Facebook. Feel free to put any questions if you have, and if you wanted to join our Discord, have a more voice conversation, then you can come and join us as well. So I was saying that I'm really not interested to see the price action today. So if you look at it, yesterday we had a breakout. Uh, Very nice breakout happened in the morning, and we had a fabulous two trades yesterday. Those who are with our team, they can see that what two beautiful trades we had. But then after we closed our trading day, then there is just a sell off, and continuation of the sell off happens after 11 o'clock all the way to the 6 o'clock, right? And now, if you look at it, where are we? We are exactly at the price level where we were yesterday in the pre-market. So we basically give it back all what we had after the market opens from 9:30. This is the candle when market opened yesterday. So we are on the same area. Now, question is that are we going to make the new breakout today and move back up, or we're going to come down back? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Given the crude oil is not, breaking out, just likely be that we might gonna recover uh, very easily. So we need to be cautious, taking on the short side, but then at the same time, we need to be cautious on the long. It could be just a range day, a small momentum, and if you look at the daily, we might gonna see some consolidation. Uh, and that's a hard part, right? If ES and NQ start consolidating, look at this. It you know it gave it back all, made the topping tail on the daily chart, came back, retested the 5 moving average, and moving back up. It could easily be the range between 640 to 660 today, rather than breaking out this candle. So it very well ES can stay within this candle. So if ES is stay within this candle, there's gonna be harder for us to trade and make any trades. Morning Vivek, morning Dan. Yeah, yesterday I traded the crude oil. This was very slow. It's very slow. But now it's selling off, really nicely selling off. Uh, but anyway, it's really slow. But it's but that's what I was explaining to Baltimore, that when we have the momentum, if we see the breakout in the next few months, uh, that could be the right place to trade. But right now, without volatility, it's really slow. But it's slow. But on the choppy market, you can lose money, but on volatile market, you make a lot of money. CL's 1 point is equal to $1,000. Yeah. So it means that, but it doesn't move that much as well in the normal days. Uh, so just like if you buy on $72, so isn't it is $72 price. So if you buy, because it's better, right? So, but one contract is equal to 1,000 barrel basically. So your one contract, you're buying 1,000 barrel. So you buy one contract, for instance, on $72. So if you move to 73, one contract, you're gonna make $1,000. So if the crude oil is volatile and moving a couple of points on the days, that's maybe the day where you need to take the position. And if you take 1 point risk, three contracts, it moves 3 points in your favor. Easily, you're gonna make $9,000 on this trade, because those momentum days you can easily find 1:3 trades. But I don't think so that the Ninja Trader will allow you to hold overnight position unless you have the margin. You know what I mean? Because we are small traders, right? So they have a lot of restrictions. So I'm not sure that they're gonna allow you. But you're right. But for instance, if you have $1 million account and you buy and you forget, then of course yes, it can happen. But if you have a smaller account, I think they might gonna cut you off before the contract delivery date. Yeah, yeah. Is this? I don't think so. It's a cash settle. It's a delivery. Yeah. Excuse me, but I'm saying that today transaction is not really clean. So if you look at it, yes, today right now we are exactly on the price where we yesterday before the pre-market. I was showing you the daily. So if you look at the daily, we had a really big expansion candle yesterday, but we gave it back all. Then we pulled back after 11 o'clock, and now we are again, pulling back up. Now, only my question is that is this raise going to be the range there, and the ES is going to stay between this candle, means a 6,050 to 6,070. If that's the case, it's going to be harder for you to find the A plus opportunities, because if it's the consolidation day. But if you see the expansion and the market price move back and retest, that could be the day. But I doubt so. It might be a consolidation day. We 8:30 data already passed. We didn't a very muted reaction. Yesterday we had, tomorrow we have the FOMC, so it could be just a range day today, uh, or maybe a red day closing like this at the end. But still I think that the inside day. Um, and similarly, if you look at it, the NQ did exactly the same thing. But if we trade NQ today, we could find a better opportunity because it has a little uh, more movement, but they're still going to be choppy. As far as they're, within this range, it's going to be harder. If you look at the NQ range is much lower than the ES. ES is still have tested close to the low of the previous day, but look at this low in this. It's not even half. So yeah. So today is not the A plus day. We need to carefully trade them. Uh, we'll, these days, as I always explain, these days are the days where we need to make sure that we do not use, or don't try over size, don't try over trading. Um, you know, we need to make sure that we stay within the small risk zone. And if we get the trades like that yesterday, where we see a clear breakout, things are really happening, then we can go and take the size. But based on the pre-market action, it could be just easily the range day, and market just pull back a little bit and close at the end of the day, or at the end of the day they preempt some news and then push a little bit up. But not an exciting day based on the price action today. Today, yes. Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow's FOMC rate decision. Yes, it's going to be an important day. Yeah. That, that, that could play the crude oil. So we need to watch the crude oil. So that may basically trigger the crude oil. So and then if you look at the crude oil, let me open the crude oil chart and show you. See here. See here. So I'm going to show you the crude oils. Okay. What? So you sit here. Look at the crude oil. So So, yesterday I played this breakout point last night, and I had a really good momentum, you know. And then today in the morning, I played this breakout of this beautiful consolidation. But what happened here is that it failed, right? And then I stopped out on the break even. But if we have a breakout here over $72, okay, so next range expansion up to the $76. Okay, so this is really good range. So we need to really keep an eye on this. We really need to keep an eye, put the alerts on. So if market sell-offs or doesn't sell off, and anything happen in a geopolitical uncertainty, we might gonna see it's coming back here. And that's what I'm saying, that if we take this breakout trade clearly on 22 with risk of $1, take a couple of contracts, we can easily ride this momentum for $3-4, and it's gonna very quick. Look at it, how quickly it falls. It really means that if volatility happen, it's going to move like this. But if volatility is not there, then it's going to come down like that too. So we need to get that this candle on the green side, and I think we can get it if we are keeping an alert on, watching aggressively, but not trading it aggressively, just watching it And if we can find that, I think that we can find this move if the breakout happens here. Just a 1 point, even if one contract, 1 point risk, 3 point move is going to be $3,000. 1:3. You can easily get it into this trade. So, but look at this. Didn't really move. So 70.50 to 70.40 cents in how many hours? Because each 1 point is $1,000. 1 point is equal to $1,000. Every tick is $10 basically. Every cent is equal to $10. So we need to. I'm interested in getting this move on the long side if the breakouts happen. And if the breakouts happen, it's going to be the multi-day, right? So if you look at it here on the daily, if you break out this, so if you break out this, look at this, 72 breaks out, then where is the next one? Let's look at the weekly chart. It doesn't show me the weekly chart, but maybe it doesn't have weekly chart because of the August data is not uploaded. Yeah, I think data is not uploaded. But anyway, if you go, here you go. It's just a delay. So this is a daily chart. So look at this one. So the last price here on the daily chart on the January data of 2024 July, we have 76 is the higher price. If this breaks out, and it easily can go towards a $100 range. So has a good potential for us to do a multi-day breakout. But we need to be patient for that. Don't need to force it. If we see that, then we'll take it. But obviously we need to watch it. If we're not going to watch it, then it's going to be harder for us to see. So the idea and the plan for today is to making sure that don't over risk before the things happens. If it's the range, then just avoid it or no trading. And if we see any expansion, we're going to go and trade. You guys, I really appreciate those who are watching on the YouTube. If you can give us a thumbs up, and feel free to ask any questions if you have, and if you need any clarification in the pre-market analysis in the plan. I think retail sales data came in. Let's see what's data. It's slightly negative, and no more data right now. So next data is on tomorrow, basically the important ones. There is some capacity utilization, 9:15, 10 o'clock, but I don't think so. They're going to have any impact on it. So the big question would it be that it's an expansion day or the consolidation day? And this looked like an inside consolidation day. What do you guys think? Dan, what do you guys think? Yeah, so see here exactly it retested 60, 70 and then coming back down. So yeah, so it's definitely a range there. Trying to see if we can put the alert. Can we put the alert on the Ninja Trader or no? You guys any question? Very close to the VWAP. So let's see how does it go. Uh, but definitely it's going to be a range day, inside day. So you need to be carefully trade today. And again, today is Tuesday. So remember, I have to step out for 10 minutes, close to 10 o'clock. Just SPY is almost 0.49% down. ES and NQ 0.14% down from the overnight session. UVXY is up almost 3.4%. We might gonna get unnecessary spike close to 915. We have some utilization. Usually doesn't get impact, but market is so muted. We might gonna get unnecessary reaction there. Well, I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. Do you guys have any questions before I leave? Very muted reaction so far. Guys, welcome back. So, I mean, if you look at it, as I was saying to you, that market is not doing anything right now. We are, excuse me, in the middle of the range here. Um, but I guess if we get the dip close to 6050, which we have a couple of bounces, we might gonna get another bounce here, and that we can take it on the long side plan. But the right now, it could be very well be a very small inside day with the very low range. So even if you look at it, yesterday, if you remember, only the first 5 minutes uh, has over 100 points in the NQ candle, right? So if you go back to the 5 minute chart, you're going to see the 5 minute is 100 points. But right now, if you look at it here, this is a 30 minutes bar, and this is what 22,000 to 22,100, so almost 100 points is consolidation happening between the last 7 o'clock to all the way to now, and no momentum. And even if you look at the yesterday after 11 o'clock, we have a very pullback. We only have a 3 breakdowns here after the market closes, and then it's just a consolidation. So we are on a very tiny 100 points range. So for this kind of a range days, you need to be very uh, strong in selecting the trades. You need to find the right risk reward, because if you're going to take 2 attempts, 3 attempts, stop out, you can't be green for today. So you only take one strike today, and you make sure that you get a right strike, because if you gonna miss one stop out, you still have a chance to take a second, but after that it's just gonna be too much. So we'll try to get the small smart starter position, not gonna go overstretch, because if you're gonna go the overstretch, the likelihood would be that if we get stuck, then we're gonna be harder for us to be green today. So we're gonna focus is that we're gonna go small size, making sure that we're on the right side of the trade. And if we are on the wrong side and market fluctuates, we can easily just call it a day. We are look at this. We are in range. Look like it's might gonna go dip slowly here. But it's gonna go slowly. It's gonna go harder. We have 15 minutes. There was a data about to come on 9:15, and I was telling you that there might possibility that they might gonna do unnecessary push down at 9:15. So capacity utilization is almost the same, and then industrial production is close to the same as well. So there's no big news from the data. In the NQ Bookmap, we see a one big order coming in at 20,005. There's some order sitting on 6,050 on NQ, on the ES. So very well inside day today, inside day. So we need to be cautious on how we're gonna trade. Do you guys see my screen, or you lost my screen? Okay, let me see. How about now? Got it back? All right, perfect. So yeah, very much slow day. Okay, so don't size up today. Today is a test. What we need to do, we need to make sure we do not need to lose more than 30% what we have made on Monday. If we're going to lose what we made, it's going to be harder for us to get back. Look at the crude oil. Crude oil is again coming back close to 72. Did you find the option to put the alert on Ninja Traders? Because I don't see. Where is it? Let me know if you find the option to put the alert. Okay. Again bouncing.
It's missing the middle of the range right now.
Okay, got a spike back in. 10 minutes. MQ seems a little bit weak, unable to claim the VWAP as compared to the ESES. It was able to claim the VWAP. So NQ looks weak. Five more minutes. Guys who are watching on the YouTube or X, do you guys have any questions? $876. So see, there is a gap here under 22,000, and there is a gap here around 6,065. I'm just thinking right now, if the weakness continues, the probability that it might gonna retest this. So we need to keep an eye. That could possible very well as well. If the um, if the if the weakness continues and comes down. So if it breaks 6060, 6065, it might go and retest 6,040. This could be our range, but we have a pre-market low. A lot of a lot of support or levels down there as well. And if you look at it here, we can find the same thing, right? But NQ is much more clear because NQ pre-market low is 22,000. So if it's break 22,000, there is a chance it go to 20,000, 21,876. So so NQ has much more easier level for go and reach as compared to the ES. So we keep an eye. We might gonna flip to the M and Q or NQ if you need to. If market wants to go downside move, right? 1 minute, good luck. No financial advice. Make sure that you understand the risk. Trading is risky. So before you trade, make sure you understand it. Right, 30 more seconds. Right. Market is pushing back up, reclaiming the VWAP. VIX is dropping. All right, first move. First move upside. Market is retesting overnight session. Here you go. Here you go. 21,100 gone in NQ. 60.72 was retested pre-market high. Right now we're holding the yesterday low and we're pushing higher. Okay, we are fading right now. Not sure whether market going to fade or market going to go up. I wanted to give a little bit more time for market to settle in to give us the right direction. Yep, market is trying to come down. Seems like market is trying to break out over the, if you look at it, I've created the boxes. Market is still within those boxes. Those who on the YouTube, you can't see that screen. The screen is available only on the paid client Discord. But actually, what we created is the range boxes where right now price is within that range box. a very tight range at this point. I'm not sure what market wanted to do. Market wanted to sell off here. Market wants to come down, or market wants to go and retest high. But once we get the clarity, then we can take it. Because if market fails here, then we have a good sum of uh, 15-20 points range where we can use it. But if market holds this level, which is 6,040, then market might gonna go back and bounce. Right now we are really close to the resistance, but a bit away from the support. So not sure what is going to be, market is planning to do. So no rush today. As I said, today is a range day, and today's best position is a cash position. We need to make sure that we don't lose what we have made today. Right now, before the FOMC data, market is just very tightly consolidating, and that is very important for you guys to learn. Not every day you need to trade. You need to remember that. Still holding it. NQ is slightly coming down, but still holding it. So let's see what it does here. Pretty slow consolidation. I'm not sure what market wants to do. Then keep an eye. If market gonna break under the lows, we can try shorting it. Okay. Small risk, as I said. I'm gonna tell you when, not now. It has to break 6,062. This is the opening range here, 6,062. Keep an eye on 6,062. MQ is also started coming down now. Okay, so that's good. We see the bounce here. So of now, if this bounce fails, then it's much easier for us to take a short side trade. And it's also happened to be the VWAP, so that's good. So this bounce was important. Seems like market wanted to make the move upside. See, the reason I was telling you, look at this. I'm going to show you something which is very interesting. Okay, so look at this one. Let me just clean this up. Okay, so now you look at it here. Um, so those who are in the Discord, they can see my screen. I'm sharing the screen, which is uh, not on the YouTube. So if you look at it right now, where are we? So we are here, okay, 6,070. If you look at it, we have an upper side of range. If it breaks out, which is going to 6,105, right? And 4 o'clock, we have closed the session around, this is the 4 o'clock. We have closed our session close to 6,090. So now we have a 30 points on the upside. And if you look at it, I was saying that there's a gap here on because of the Friday night. So there's a gap almost to 30-40 points. So we have the range on the both side, and this may be more visible if I will show you the SPY chart, so you can see clearly. So let me see here. So if you look at it, there's a gap on the upside and there's a gap on the downside. So they have a gap on the both side, and the market is opening in the middle of it. Where market going to go first? Which gap is going to close first? Upside or downside? I don't know. It's really hard uh, for to tell what market going to do when market is in the middle of the range where there is a two gap, the gap on the upside and gap on the downside. So those who can't see my screen on YouTube, go and check the SPY ETF chart. It's much more visible than on the ES chart, and you can clearly see the gap on the downside and gap on the upside. Right now, still holding. It's basically fighting between the buyers and sellers, trying to go down, reject it, try to break out, reject it. Let's see what it does next. Okay, it's coming down now. So watch out if it's break down here. As I said, if it's gonna break down, we're gonna look for the short side move. So, but it has to break 60,062. It can go in either direction. Okay, I'm just waiting to enter. It's already break 6,062. I just want to see what happened after breaking out down, whether it can hold. Now see, if it's going to continue, I'm going to go short. Still holding it. So no trade for now. There you go. So market broke, but then never continuation. We still have a chance. If it fails again and come back down, we can try shorting it. Okay, get ready. Not yet. NQ is breaking down. holding it. Okay, keep an eye now. Let's see what it does now. Okay, keep an eye. If it's gonna break now, we're gonna enter. Okay, I'm in the trade. Okay, it's bouncing back again. Let's see what it does. Right, coming down now. Good. Good. Can it break? Come on. It's bounced back again. Come on. Which is still holding it. Don't like it. You know, that's exactly how my worry was, that it can easily hold that gap, even though we have entered after the big confirmation. Still in the trade, but very close to breaking out. So easily we can stop out here. If it's gonna push back up further, it's gonna stop us out. Let's see, can it hold? Come on, hold. Okay, got safe. Come on, let's push down now. Come on, let's push down now. Come on. Can it go further down? Come on. His ES is basically holding now. And I'm very close to stopping out. Very close to. And it seems to me that we might gonna stop out. Yes, I think I am stopping out here. And so I'm stopped. All right. This is the garbage range day. Really. So basically I entered on my two accounts, and both accounts had a stop loss. So this is the uh, as we expected, as I mentioned to you, that go small size. This market is just going to be the range day. Look at it, how beautifully it broke down, retested it, and then now spike back up again. So just we can't just do anything. We need to wait furthermore before it just. It has a good momentum, because if it fails here, there's a big gap down here which can easily get filled. Because we gave a chance of going long, we gave a chance for going short, we gave a chance to fail, and we give a chance to retest before we enter. So I think that from the execution perspective, uh, we did not do anything wrong here. Uh, uh, it's just that this is the range there. So we exactly entered here after its sell off, and I think that there was a good entry when it retest here. Usually retest work really well, but it seems to me that it may be making an higher lows, might gonna come down back again. uh, but it's a range, so we cannot rely on it. We need to wait uh, a little bit more. So don't force it. Don't force anything now. You don't know what it's going to do. Is a range. Take it. Um, is in the middle of this range, whether it's going to go up and down. When it's coming down now, so we expected that it's going to come and close a gap, but now again it moved back within the range, so we don't know. So it's better not to trade those days. Let's see. We will try one more small size. If it fails here, but this time we need to see clear failure, like we saw the previous time. But if it's come this time, then there is a likelihood that then most likely they're gonna come down. But we need to clearly see coming down and breaking those ranges. You can watch out, see if you can break down again. It will just maybe a small spike down for us, just to stop us out. The entry trigger would be still be the same. It has to come and break 62, 6,062. So I tried and then move back up. So no trade. So I remember, guys, at 10 o'clock, I have to step out for a few minutes. I will be back later on in 10 minutes once I finish my call. So stay tuned. Market is bouncing now. Let's see what it does now. There you go. The spike came in. So ES is trying to now break out. NQ still lagging. Let's see what it does now. It's consolidating on the top. If you look at it, NQ again rejecting it. I see an order on the ES on the 6075. It was a small order before. Now they have, rebuilt it and they added into the order, aggressive order on 6075. So it might be that market wanted to take the 6075 order. Go 5 more minutes before 10 o'clock. I'm going to just step out in next 2 minutes. Look at MQ rejecting again. Do we have any data at 10 o'clock? Let's quickly check. I think there was a data. Yeah, there was a business inventories and housing market index. Not really a data which, you know, what you call this can move the market, but market is also very muted, low volume. So you never know when these low volume, muted market, it can move the market. So it's rejecting again. Um, so it's making now lower highs here. Um, Still the opening ranges. Okay, big spike came in. The VIX is going up. Crude oil is, oh man, you remember I told you to keep, put an alert. You guys didn't help me. Crude oil already broke $72. Right, we're still watching it. Come on, let's see that. It could be a very strong breakout. Uh, there's a big orders on the both side, but interesting is that ES VIX is going up, the crude oil is going up, and the market is also trying to go up. So one has to fail. Okay, I'm gonna be back at close to 10:10. So you watch out the market, and I'm gonna be back. Okay. guys, I'm back. So definitely was expecting. I saw this. There was a big order, so 6,075 exactly. Took this order and then again pushing back down. I'm not sure whether it's going to further come down, but if it come down, there is a good. We can easily short here with a small size because still risky, still kind of an uptrending. But there was a rejection key level which is rejected now. So I'm watching it. If it's come below 6,067, we can consider shorting it here. I'm gonna let you know when I'm gonna enter in the position. If you look at it here, uh, there's still a divergence in the ES and NQ. We want basically ES and NQ to both fail here. Um, okay, I'm sure I mistakenly added an additional order. So I need to fix that. I hope it's gonna come down so I can close it. If not, I need to put it down. This is a bad. This is going to be the last trade if it doesn't work out. I mean, it's just a range day. I wouldn't force it, but this looks really good. Given it has a rejection on the top side, it can easily come back down and re-pushes what is one of pushes back before. It's a really good setup. It came down below. It came rejected on the top side. The longs are trapped on the upside. Uh, there is a likelihood that it's going to continue the downside move and close the gap and trap the longs. What I don't like it that it's holding the 6,070 level. It shouldn't holding it. It should come down quickly if you want to trap it. All right, I stopped out. All right, so I'm not gonna force it. It's just the range day, and it's just the two bad trades, I guess. Look at it how the trade was is a rejection on the top coming down. Our idea was this to come down and push us down, but I guess this today is a low portion of the day. There might be a small consolidation, so just stay away from today. I think I have a not a good day. So this one I basically pressed basically two orders, so you see that's why it's a bigger than my expected loss. All right, how's everything else? Did you guys trade anything else other than me? Not taking any trade on the upside or long side. It's a range trap. So if you go back to the daily, you can see here a couple of times it tried, came down, come back, came down. It's just trapping it. We don't know whether it's going to be turned completely green or it's just going to fail, come back down. Maybe we're going to find something in the afternoon, but at this point, I don't think so. So it seems like the market is trying to grind up. So watching it, not trading anymore. But usually, historically, on the back test, so when ES made the double break, is a very strong breakout. So fail once, fail second, and then third, wherever the direction it takes, usually it is a very strong breakout happens. But given the way it was moving, they have a lot of resistances. It failed here. I was expecting it to push us down, so we showed it here and we squeezed out here. But now what it's doing is the third test. So historically, based on the backtest data, so if ES failed once, ES fails twice on a different direction, and then we take the direction, it's go little stronger than the. But given we have FOMC and everything, it's just better not to push the trade. Any question, Valdemar, Vivek? Yeah, usually it's already up now. So usually when it has a third breakout, after two fails, the third breaks is a good break. So it might gonna go and reclose the whole gap, which is basically 6093. It can easily possible. It can easily possible based on the back test. But it's FOMC week, so I'm just I don't know whether it's going to work. It just can fail back again. We already have two stop losses, so I just don't wanna take third one today. We're gonna get the better trades tomorrow. That's the only reason I'm not taking it anymore. So I just wanted to keep my emotions away, so we can easily get the one good trade tomorrow and then cover it. Right now, if we take it and if we just take the another third, trade and it fails, it's just gonna push us the wrong side of the emotions. You see, this breakout happened in 672, so likely, you can easily go to 6,082 for 10 points more. 6080 is also psychological level. We have S3. I see a big order on the on the book map, but NQ is nicely moving. There is no order on the NQ. All right, guys. I think that I'm not gonna trade anymore. Is a slow day. I already have 2 losses, so I'm just gonna call it a day. Uh, I'm gonna end the stream. If you guys have any questions, let me know so we can watch it. Otherwise, we can just close the transmission. I would also suggest for you guys not to take more trades on it, given it's just the really choppy in the low volume day in FOMC week. Remember that in FOMC week, majority of traders lose money in FOMC week because sometimes it doesn't have direction. So making sure that you don't overstretch yourself today. All right. 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 So I'm going to close it. The YouTube transmission will go to Discord. We'll hang on a little bit, and if any questions, we can answer.